Okay, welcome back. I want to follow up on our last video where we had a walk around the drone operations center. We are renovating it. Let's go through the 3D model that we've created now, and I want to talk about our drone operations room. So straight down the corridor, here we are into our drone operations layout. So this room is designed specifically for BVLOS, beyond visual line of sight, Dock 3 in particular operations. The focus is very much on situational awareness, team coordination and pilot well-being, and we'll show you the crew rest room later. So we've chosen an open plan workstation layout rather than enclosed pods. I'll put an enclosed pod up on screen. This is the Las Vegas PD control room, drone control room. And there's pros and cons, but I'd like to discuss that within this video. So if we go and take a seat on our station, we just lower that camera view. We're now in front and we're working on shift with our colleagues to our right. There's 4 remote pilot stations, as you can see, arranged in a single line. Behind me now as I'm working, that is our dedicated shift supervisor or a chief pilot. This layout allows for real-time oversight. If we go back to our chief pilot, real-time oversight of what's going on and what each station is flying and what they're doing in real time. Without, yes, we could stream imagery from small monitors, but when it's up there, you can quickly glance up and see what's going on. The supervisor has full visibility on all the pilots because all their FPV or the drone feed is on a shared display on the back wall. Back to our remote pilot station 1. What we have here in front of us is 3 lower desk mounted monitors. And what we use these for is airspace and traffic awareness, weather data and forecasts, mapping, geofencing and mission planning tools. And it's important that we actually separate these functions across multiple screens. What it actually does is it reduces the cognitive overload and unnecessary screen switching. And when you're opening up different apps and whatnot, you can have them all separated already. On the top there is a 75-inch wall-mounted display. Each station has this, and it's positioned directly in front of the pilot. So that screen, as I before mentioned, is used for live drone feed, but it can be shared mission context, critical operational visuals for not only the supervisor, but potentially from a... Right, let's stand back up as well, shall we? Because I don't want to be walking around on my bum. I'm not quite 6.1 either. It's a bit generous, 5'11", that'll do. Back off. So, open plan design. We're deliberately avoiding wrapping each pilot in screens. We believe that an open plan layout improves verbal communication between the team, allows the pilots to quickly cross-check information, and with the chief pilot or supervisor at the back, it enhances collective decision making during dynamic security events. And you know, we've learned this from doing manual flying operations, where I'll be flying at a security event, but that's public safety. I've got people around me I'm interacting with and asking advice on, and does that look like this, does that look like that? And it's so important for actually having that open communication and shared input from experienced team members that can really change the outcome of your decision and how you may or may not escalate it. So this setup, it reflects real-world security operations function as a team, not just in isolation. We'll talk about lighting further down the road. I'm still researching this, but that will be upwards facing lighting, it will be ambient, it will be a colour that will reduce fatigue and eye strain and all that type of good stuff. We'll reduce the contrast between the screens and the background. We'll minimise eye fatigue during extended shifts. We'll create basically a calmer, more focused working environment. I would like to talk about the ergonomics because I am investing into that. So there are standards we will achieve with distance and height and your eye line in view with screens and whatnot. We're also going to be investing into gaming chairs because let's face it, gamers spend hours, 8 hours, 10 hours live streaming sometimes. So we're doing our research with gamers currently on what works best, whether we can cool them or if they require heating and whatnot. Lumbar support, neck support. So that, again, that manages fatigue. It's shift-based ops. It's 12-hour shifts. And we need to be compliant with duty time and human factors. So I think you've guessed where I'm going here. Pilot well-being is treated as a very safety critical element. It's not just an overthought for me at the moment. I'm not going to ask people to do something I'm not prepared to do myself. Just because I mentioned the 12 hours when people will start, there is a concept of ops here, how we're breaking that time up every hour, how much flying we've got, how much rest we've got. It does mimic current legislation within CCTV and monitoring. So we're covering 12 hours, and it's important to have a rest area where the remote pilots can actually chill out, really, get away from the operations room, get away from management, any situations that you're not required to be a part of. Come in here, switch off for a little bit, rest, recuperate, a bit of mindfulness, watch something on the TV, and then back onto your shift, because there are on patterns, there are timings and missions and tasks which will be populated for each post. So it's very important that we do have that time off. You'll come in here, you'll sit down, and then the last one obviously is my office. So again, we'll just hold meetings and whatnot in here. Thanks for joining me on this quick little tour. Just a quick walk around and discussing, how we're going to be professional and approach this, how it's going to be scalable, and the human-centered approach that I'm taking on building this drone operations center and the ops room within it. See you on the next one.